Joe Budden destroyed Rap Radar. B-Dot was on the JBP episode. Joja Ono? Uno?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Whatever. But he was on there and he was talking about like why Rap Radar isn't what it is. Yeah. Why their episodes aren't coming out. Come to find out Elliot Wilson did some snake stuff. And pretty much backdoored their deal. Yeah. But B-Dot was really blaming Joe from the episode that they did and said that he put too big of a battery in his back. And now he was like, after that, that's when he started doing this whole alter ego of being the villain and all this other shit. And it was
yeah.
I thought it was interesting that he blamed him. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Because I can't just because I had like, let's listen to shit.
He probably knew what nobody else did because like he was right next to Elliot. Is that like
he saw the switch go off?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to 822 in this video. This is a Poetic Flacco video. I'll link it in the description.
Nobody really knew how deranged Elliot was for real.
I think that's really what it was.
It was
typing.
It was
before.
a tight-knit secret that only a couple people knew. And the fact that you had Joe Budden.
We could put this on the screen because it's still.
The fact that you had Joe Budden of all people like influence you, like, oh, that kind of says something.
Joe called he called that nigga later and checked that nigga. He's like, bro, I don't know. You did the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Like he called him on the show too. So it wasn't just a conversation without him present. They called him as well.
But did you say they were never friends and shit? Because that's another big thing.
That's what B-Dot said. B-Dot said that they were never friends. If we go to that Twitter clip, the one that you had put in there, I think that was where he really kind of like.
We go there first, or you want to do this first?
It doesn't matter.
It could just
be said. Yeah, he was basically just saying like, you know, our relationship was literally a work relationship. He even said verbatim like, yo, Elliot, like, let's go out and have some beers. That would never happen.
No,
like,
he said we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
Yeah. He said Budweiser's. I never heard somebody say
Go
Budweiser.
Get some Budweiser's.
I was like, man.
Maybe that's why he said no. It was too specific of a request.
Let's go out and drink Budweiser's. I don't think niggas that go out and drink beer say that either.
When we saw Elliot like drunk or tipsy, he looked like an old fashioned nigga.
Yeah, Phillies and 𝙿𝙻.
Definitely Philly blunts for sure.
But
we've seen Elliot drunk way too many times. He might be an alcoholic for real.
They were never.
That's what
friends.
they keep saying about the nigga.
Yeah, I think he's an alcoholic.
B-Dot don't seem like the type of nigga to hang around with a nigga like that.
Just
want to get drunk and shit all day, every day, talk about nothing. And so that's all B-Dot was saying in that little clip. But yeah,
Elliot's a junkie too, alcohol junkie. Okay, let's listen.
Because of you, Joe Budden.
Oh, yeah. No, now we here.
Yeah.
Oh, we here now, nigga.
You are Yoko Ono.
Oh.
Joko Ono.
Joko Ono.
That's funny. I got to hear more.
And I say that because when we had you on the show, 2023, I feel like you antagonized and you gassed him into leading into this antagonistic persona that we see right now that's kind of becoming a little bit unrecognizable. And I feel like I saw the effects of that shortly after because Elliott slighted Drake, he slighted SZA, who else was it? It was like Nicki Minaj. I was recently
It was
Sway, Angie Martinez, and I'm like, yo,
it was a lot.
What the hell is going on? And I feel like your influence encouraged him to lean into this.
The villain.
You inspired the rebrand.
I remember that moment specifically, and I actually had to go back to find a clip for y'all. The moment that he's referring to is when Joe Budden.
This nigga lying. He didn't have to go back. That shit popped up on my timeline too.
What?
That video we talking about, I'm just fucking with Flacco.
Oh, yeah. Yo, when that video came up, I was like, yeah, it was crazy because Elliot heard what Joe was saying and just about, Joe's pretty much just saying, nigga, y'all have to just do your own thing.
That's all he was saying.
And he really internalized that and said, oh, I'm the star. I'm the Beyonce of this?
Yeah.
I got to do me?
Yeah.
Fuck this nigga B-Dot, essentially.
But at the same time, I mean, for anybody to misconstrue what he was saying, it should be Elliot. Elliot, he's not like the most business savvy nigga. Like he has no idea. He was.
You think he misunderstood what Joe Budden was trying to tell him?
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, because we could play what he was. We could play exactly what Joe said, And it was not what we've seen Elliott's behavior be over the last year.
And even with, I don't know, like being
Elliott
a journalist, isn't that like a lonely game?
I don't know.
What do you mean lonely game? Just
Isn't that like
you can't have a partner?
Yeah, there's no like partner in
no.
crimes with journalists and shit.
There's plenty of partner in crimes and journalism.
Yeah, they trade information.
You never broke a story with your homie?
Yeah, broke a story with the partner and
With
shit.
the homie, nigga.
It's
If you
just
go
a
to-
front
If
end.
you go to 1029 on the YouTube, on the Flacco video, it'll go to what Joe actually said to him.
Side of B-Dot.
What? Well, y'all are bigger than Rap Radar.
Okay.
That's what the problem is.
Personnel, us?
Individually.
Got you.
Elliott Wilson and B-Dot are bigger than Rap Radar.
So we got to rebrand ourselves.
I just-
Elliott Wilson and B-Dot
I
podcast.
just told y'all 20 minutes ago, I just see the value in people and things. I believe this. I'm not saying that because y'all sitting here. But nobody is going to put Rap Radar.
Easy. Not too much on Rosenberg. Easy. Not too much on Rosenberg.
No comment. But no one's going to put Rap Radar in the same breath as
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying.
Joe Budden, Gilly, Nori, and whoever else they name when they're glad.
So do you think this is the age?
It's not a-
So do you think this is the age of kind of self-branding in a sense, like that these are the brands, the individuals are the brands more so than this entity?
Well, yeah, I've been thought that, but not to say that you can't get by as an entity or with an entity, but in this space, the people that love us and y'all, they don't love.
Or they're not connecting to that
Like
part
they
in the
love.
same way.
Yeah, that's a
Gotcha.
clean way to say that.
Got you.
I have no reason to believe that Joe Budden would give this advice with malicious intent. So I would just put it out there. I think Joe Budden gave this advice because he believes.
Yeah, I agree with what Flacco was about to say. If you didn't watch this video, you could probably already tell. But yeah, Elliot just misconstrued what he was saying.
Yeah.
He wanted to hear something else, maybe. I think Flacco was even alluding to him having something already set up, like
That was confirmed.
oh yeah,
That's confirmed. The deal was set. B-Dot was ready to sign. Elliott wouldn't sign.
yeah,
And then
Longer negotiations.
Yeah, so long that the people said, well, I don't know if you were going to sign, but we're not doing it now. Like, what the fuck took you niggas so long? We
Yeah.
agreed to everything already.
Yeah.
And then Elliott picked up, moved to LA, started a podcast under the Rigged or Network or whatever the fuck it is, Ringer.
yeah.
With
DJ
Head and the other dude, Jason. Is it Jason or Jeremy? Jeremy something?
either one of
Jeremy
them two.
Hecht.
And I don't
Yeah.
know how true it is, but somebody in the comments under this video said that Elliot was already living in LA and that he had been moved out of New York for years. Or
Oh,
something
really?
to that effect. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it's true. It's a nigga in the comments, but
You're right. Yeah, yeah, because it'd be cold if he like moved and just didn't say nothing, and then niggas just find out, oh, you don't even
Yeah.
live, you don't live in New York no more.
you got a whole new job.
Yeah. Flacco said some wild shit in this video too. Hit play. It was at 12:10. I just thought it was hilarious. Flacco was just good at sneaking these bullshit moments in.
It was the best advice for them. However, if we were thinking from a more sinister viewpoint, this right here is the perfect divide and conquer. This right here is the perfect way to get rid of what one would say is competition. Get rid of, at the moment, a brand that was considered, I don't know, the most prestigious hip hop platform that we had yet. To get rid of it, and now who's the numero uno? No Jumper, and possibly Joe Budden is a close second. That's the go-to hip hop platform.
Hey,
You feel me?
hip-hop.
Insane.
Everybody needs a nigga. Everybody needs a
that's
Flacco on their
hilarious.
team. That was
Yeah.
batshit crazy.
That was beautiful.
That was
Yeah.
batshit
Like
crazy.
on all regards, like the fact, like who thought that Rap Radar was rivaling Joe Budden's podcast?
That was
or No
crazy.
Jumper. That was a stretch.
No Jumper. He said Joe Budden is a close second.
Yeah, he maybe might be a close second.
We're on our way there.
Complete
yeah.
insanity, my nigga.
Nah.
But you gotta. Everybody needs a nigga like Flacco on their team.
If Elliot and B-Dot, let's say in an alternate universe, in the multiverse,
Okay.
where they took Joe Budden's advice for the real thing, for what he was trying to say, is it What would it turn into? Would it turn into like the sober drink champs? Like
it would still be the same show that it is now.
It'd just be called something different.
You think so? It would be the same, Joe?
It would still be Rap Radar. I think Elliot owns the name to Rap Radar, so it would still be that. I think what all he was saying was, nigga, do it yourself. Get a production team, put the shit together, hit the people up. Stop looking for somebody to pay you to do the podcast. Do the podcast because the IP of the name is strong enough to get checks and things like that and get what you want or need out of it. But you never own the platform that these episodes live on.
Exactly.
So you built an IP and you built IP but never owned the product because it's always being rented out and hoarded out on somebody else's platform.
Yeah.
And that's all he was saying was, nigga, it's like, yeah, y'all are the legends. Do it yourself. Nigga, what the fuck are you asking other people for? So there's a moment at Joe calls him. Go to 1458. This shit was disgusting. Oh, wait. No. 1243. This nigga Joe, because I'm like, when are we going to stop like playing nice with this nigga Elliot? Like Joe seems to be the only one like giving him like actual real people advice. Everybody else is still just like, well, he's a legend and you know, he might look crazy right now. Well, it's like, no, let's just clown this nigga. He looks terrible.
Well,
all the time.
Out of everybody doing this, aren't they like 5 years apart? He's the closest one to Elliot in age, right? How old is Joe Budden?
I don't know. What's that got to do with it though?
He's like 40,
they're close in age. He's not, Elliot isn't a fucking elder.
He is an elder. He's an elder to him.
Well, not like
how much older? He's 45.
And how old is Elliot?
Like 56.
I don't know, but I know he's been in just the industry in terms of
I thought they were like 5 years apart.
But even in terms of industry, he's an elder in the industry. Even outside of age.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Joe Budden is probably confident enough in this new era that he's dominating to be like, all right,
he's 54.
That was cool, but what you doing now, nigga? You need my advice. We in a whole new space.
And typically when it comes to like...
There's 10 years of difference. It's 54 and 44.
Oh, it's 10 years?
Yeah.
A lot happens in 10 years.
Well, I guess that kind of proves the point of why he gives him grace. It's like, come on, Dad. Like, fucking chill out.
Pops.
Dad, like
10 years as dad is crazy.
Hey,
at least 13, 14.
Right. In the game.
In the game?
In the game.
Yeah.
You know, niggas age fast. Niggas die of strange ailments. Elements and ailments.
Okay.
Nigga.
Yeah. The deadly elements.
Right.
The four
Water,
deadly elements
wind.
can kill you.
This nigga Joe scolded his ass. Let's play this though.
Answer the question.
Y'all let the company come between fuck and B-Dot, you piece of shit.
Yo,
You let the company. You ain't even spoke
what's
to
funny?
B-Dot since May, you piece of shit. Are you crazy, Elliot? And you rode off to the sunset in LA with Jeremy Heck and DJ Head and got a fuck rocks deal. Are you crazy, Elliot?
Listen, the Joe Budden Network Rap Radar Podcast. Let's do it. What's up with that? You and Charlamagne are funny. You know, you and Charlamagne are funny because y'all got all these critiques and shit while you're in a position of power to work with brothers. And, it's a lot of talk. It's a lot of talk.
Now we talking.
Now we talking.
Put your money on.
Yes, you have networks, you have power position to launch other podcasts, offer your colleagues a podcast you have great respect for a deal. The open market saying they don't want Rap Radar podcasts. I think that's fucking wrong. But
So then you get with your man and put your work boots on. So then you get with your man and put your work boots on.
I get a job.
And that's the problem, I think, with Elliott Wilson.
Pause.
Yo, Elliott.
So he knows the market don't want it and he's refusing to make the product better, but wanting to beg the younger generation with power and who have like taken more power and control over their business. Well, yeah, let's just do it. Just give me a check.
How do old
because
niggas
you
change?
respect what I do.
Like we gotta be
even though
also
the market
because
doesn't
those
want
two
it.
niggas specifically are criticizing them and they have the power to technically do it.
Yeah, but niggas.
You also know
That
your
doesn't mean
product.
that they're obligated though.
Right. And it's like your product ain't shit.
Yeah, I could talk all the shit I want about you if you
It's
ain't
like I
doing
support
it.
you because I
Right.
want you to do good, but you also got to want that for yourself.
He brought it to Charlamagne. Charlamagne said, "We don't want that shit."
And the Black Effect don't turn down anybody.
Bradell, that's a human thing. Y'all niggas don't fuck with each other, but like, yeah, the Black Effect will sign. They'll put that logo on some dog shit. So he really don't like you for real. Like for him to say no.
And he came out and said that, right?
Yeah, he came out
I
and
just
said it.
plainly
Yeah.
said it like, I just don't fuck with you, dog.
Yeah. He said he came over here and we didn't want that shit. And he said that on Brand Idiots. So yeah, that's just I don't fuck with you thing. I want to see you starve and beg, which you're making it really satisfying for a lot of niggas who want to see you fail because all we see is you just, I need a job. Because there's another moment when he comes back, he's like, give me a job. I need a job.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, this is disgusting. Nigga.
Journalist for hire.
Yeah, go to that.
Was
I need a
typed
job.
for food.
I need a job was crazy.
What's the number?
1258.
It's headed back north.
1458. Sorry.
All right.
Go to Rap Radar YouTube page and do it there.
That's right. I need a job, nigga. Jobs.
No, but Elliot, it's been
tremendous
a while.
entrepreneurial success like yourself. It's still a job. So yeah, I get a job in California. I try to build Up Rocks up. I create a new show. I try to reinvent myself, and that's what the fuck I'm on. What you want me to do? We can pick up where we left off in 1 minute.
Are you interested in doing that?
Situation, right? Yes, of course.
Well, part of doing that is calling your manager and spoke to in
11 months.
since the deal was canceled that you
No,
ruined.
I said to you, he's open to anything. If there's a deal on the table, we would go right back to work.
But why does it have to be a deal on the table to speak?
We ain't doing that shit for free.
Because he needs.
I'm talking about I'm not talking about checking on the well-being of somebody you worked with for a decade. That's it.
I'm always digging up his content, the unlisted shit.
You're doing everything but answering the question.
So now you're the monitor.
We on our Capricorn shit, nigga. I feel you now.
Now you're like the monitor of male friendship and shit. You're the guy. You're the fucking guy.
Well, no, actually, I'm the nigga that says fuck one alone, die alone. But since you want to be out there with a show looking like friends, let's fucking like friends.
I think we're more business partners than friends. He's always said that. Like, we're more,
No, he said, don't worry, you said it again today. You said it again today, buddy.
Is that Mel laughing in the back?
Everybody.
I hate all you niggas. Wait, so y'all talk to this nigga as soon as the nigga leaves, gonna bang on Elliot?
No, he's here. No, he's right here. No, he don't shut up and be that.
Hi, Elliot.
No, we ain't phony.
We ain't talking about you back. Say it again.
He skirted around every question, to be honest. Didn't
that's
really
pretty,
address the root of the.
That's pretty embarrassing, man. You ever talk to a nigga? He calls and answers immediately. And then you just like hear him discussing the relationship in front of you. It's like, man, I haven't talked to this nigga in a year.
Man,
like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
He answered the phone for this nigga immediately.
Yeah, that's crazy.
2 rings.
Yeah. Elliott's actually like a dirtbag. He a piece of shit for real.
Who?
Elliott Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Based on all this.
He's a little curmudgeon, man.
Yeah.
He's a little curmudgeon. I don't know if he's worse than Joe.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But he's
thinking
definitely
too.
he's a little goblin. He's a little
Joe's the
goblin
worst,
for Joe.
right?
I don't know if maybe. I think he is the worst. Out of most people that we talk about, I don't.
Worse than Adam 22?
Yeah, I
Because
don't
Adam
know.
22 is godless too.
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Actually, Adam 22 is the worst.
He's the worst.
A black business can't be the worst. That's impossible. Not for this episode.
Customer service too good.
Not for this episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Customer service.
What do we name this?
Customer service.
What do we name this episode? Black business? Some shit?
Black bidness.
Business.
Not business. Bidness.
BINES?
BIDNESS.
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 Stand on business.
Business. You gotta pop your shoulder while you're saying business.
Oh man. I mean, I really have 2 more things before we go, but it's late. I think we're falling apart a little bit. I have